Hi, this is Tanya.
And Sandra.
And we're here to put together a, what is this thing? Kitchen cart. Okay. So, it's quite a few pieces. Ta-da.
We got to put together the drawers and everything, y'all. Ooh. I told her it's gonna be, she said, no, it's gonna take a little while. Because it don't take me long to put it together.
Normally I like putting stuff together, but I like to know that I'm in for a challenge. I didn't know it was gonna be this much of a challenge. Anyway, it's not gonna be a challenge. It's gonna take me longer than I anticipated. Mm-hmm. That's all. There's nothing I can't overcome. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, we're gonna put this together. We're videotaping this as well as we do it. Of course, we will try to speed forward through some of this stuff, or we'll actually try to edit some of it out. Because it's just like watching paint dry. Nobody wants to see all that. Nobody wants to see all that.
Unless you like watching paint dry.
Yeah, no. Anyway, just letting you know what we're getting ready to do. And we're just going to take you along as we put this together. And, of course, you'll see the finished product and see how we have it staged or how we're utilizing it at the end. Mm-hmm. Should be fun. Yeah. Yay! Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, so we have it at the box. And all this little white stuff, that's peanuts. That's peanuts. Those are peanuts that they package.
Doctor can't eat.
Yeah. Peanuts used for packaging. It's quite a few. Quite a few pieces. And Sandra told me that she got this on Amazon, which we will link it down in the description. And you said the regular price was what?
It was almost $600. I forget exactly what it was, but I paid less than $300.
Okay, so she got it for less than half price. And we will link it down in the description if we can find it. If they still have it, we'll link it down in the description. All right, so we're going to get started on putting this together, and we'll show you as progress goes on. How about that? Okay, here's the final product of the cabinet. And just so y'all know, it took us a minute to put this together.
And there's two of us together.
It took a minute.
But if you're interested in getting that cart, we got the stainless steel top. It does come in like a wood block type top. I believe they had granite. I believe they had a light granite and a dark granite. It was several different variations you could get. But I chose the stainless steel because we got black and stainless steel appliances, so it kind of matches. Coordinated.
And those shelves inside are adjustable. Mm-hmm. And those are 3 drawers on the side as well. So just so you know. And it's on casters. The front casters lock. Mm-hmm. On the side, I'm assuming this is a paper towel holder.
Yep. Which it comes in, well, it's supposed to go in now.
It does.
Okay, yeah.
We tied.
Yeah, we are.
And then on this side,
there's a towel rack.
A towel rack.
And of course, you put the spices or whatever on there too.
Right.
So anyway, y'all see the top camera. We gotta clean it off. But yeah.
Cause like I said, we just finished putting it together.
And these two sisters are tired.
So it's been a long day. But we'll the next clip we'll show you the finished product, how we the finished product, excuse me, of how we have it set up. But right now, we just want you to see it's in its place and in its glory.
We just trying to get some organization in our life. Because our kitchen's not that big, so trying to make use of the space that we have.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll see you in the next clip where we have this all configured out the way we want it. Because I'm sure we'll have to be moving some of those shelves. Mm-hmm. Because just looking at the things we have, the items that we have to put in there, a couple of the things are
counter-towel.
Yeah, they're counter-towel. So some of the shelves will be moved around. All right, we'll get with you later.
All right.
Okay, so we have our cart somewhat organized, and at least we got some of the things in place where we want them to be. So we just briefly walk you through it. Of course, we have our roaster sitting on top. Sandra's famous
food
processor. Our little logo thing.
Mm-hmm. In case you hadn't seen it. Bam!
Yeah. And we just got a few things in here. Everything on here is pertaining to canning.
Mm-hmm.
Our canning steps, just so you know. This is primarily what we got it for. So we have both our roasters down on the bottom shelf. So I did tell you these shelves are adjustable. We have both our roasters on the bottom. Of course, this is
you mean our canners, not roasters.
I mean canners. I'm sorry, canners. These are our fermenting kits.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got my waffle maker, and what we'll be doing is making waffles and freezing them, so that we'll have them. So when you get ready, I'm just gonna put my deep freezer. Eggo for home, duh. And of course our big ladle, another kitchen tool set. These are here temporarily until we find them a permanent home. We have our what do you call that thing? Shredder. Well, it's not a shredder, but it's a what is this thing?
A grater.
Grater. Yeah, it's a grater. The one she just had to have with the
measuring cup up on
a bowl wouldn't do. I'm just I guess a bowl just wouldn't do. Okay, and then here is one of our new bowls. We have some more our colanders inside that, as well as some more things that were too large to fit inside. Our measuring cups, because we have huge measuring cups. Because you need big measuring cups if you're going to can. Just so you know, you need, because most things call for anywhere from 2, which is minimal, to 4 cups of something at one time. So this is a 2 cup, and we have some 4 cup back in the back, but they're all sets. So we have those nesting. And like I said, when we take these boxes out, then we end up with more room. But right now, that's what we're looking at. Okay, up here, these are just our tiles. These are the ones she told you about we're using in place of cheesecloth. So that's that. And we have our pads and our towels that we'll be using, again, for canning, because you always want to set your hot jars on something and never directly on your countertops. Don't do that, because you'll crack your jars, and not to mention eventually you'll probably end up messing up your countertops.
Yep.
The second one, which
just jam stuff.
We just jam stuff in there, but this is all canning stuff too. It's like lids, and again, this is the funnel we use. One of them. We have some more ladles, another jar holder or jar puller in there. Make my life easy. Down here, again, this is here temporarily until it finds a home. Everything in here is stuff that we use to chop small things. Like we have a mandolin in here. And we just got this today for chopping up onions and stuff like that on a small scale for when we're just doing regular cooking. Not necessarily canning. Some pillars. When I say pillars, I mean vegetable pillars. This is a chopper Sandra got, which I'm sure you guys have seen this on TV before, a food chopper. This is great for apples. We have for coring and cutting apples in equal proportion. We use actually one similar to this when we did the fried apple pie. I mean the apple pie filling. So we use one similar to that. Anyway, like I said, this is what we have right now. It will be changing. But right now, we're just trying to get it set up where we can get the things in place and at least save ourselves some space, because we have a rather small kitchen.
And for what we're trying to do, when we keep adding stuff onto, we got to find a spot for it.
Right.
So this is one of our ingenious ideas. So
and eventually, we're planning on getting some commercial grade shelving, and put them out maybe in the garage so that we can get some of these jars and stuff out of the kitchen. Because we have jars everywhere. We have canning stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong. We're cool with it and we're blessed that we're able to do it. We're blessed that we're able to do it. But you still have to find space for it.
Yep. You gotta try and get organized.
Yeah, you still have to find space for it. And then not to mention we're constantly buying food and stuff that we have to process.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, just let you guys know, we have been looking for, because we live in an area where we're not allowed to.
We have an HOA.
Yeah, we have an HOA, so we're limited to what we can do. And we have been looking for someone that we can actually get produce from, fresh produce. We were coming back from a trip
to go see my baby.
Go see your son Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we on the way back, we saw this guy on the side of the road. I was like, hey, let's check and see what kind of produce he has.
And I hadn't even seen him because tunnel vision. I'm driving.
Right. So we pulled over. Well, we did a U-turn. Don't tell nobody. We did it.
That wasn't a U-turn.
That was a U-turn.
No, well, you do a U-turn in the middle of a street. Okay, I did do a U-turn earlier, but anyway.
Anyhow. Yeah. Anyway. So we pulled over, and when we talked to the guy, and he was able to, we were able to get some tomatoes from him, which we'll be canning those. And he told us that he does farm, and he does sell his produce. He sells his produce to individuals. He also sells to stores, but he sells them to individuals as well. And that's what he was doing today. And he told us that if we want, he's there every Saturday selling his produce. He gave us his number, told us to call him on Wednesday, let him know what we want, how much we want, and he would have it there on Saturdays for us. So, yay, all I can say.
Really?
So, I'm saying all this to tell you that if you don't have a garden,
there's no excuse.
There's no excuse for you not to get started. There's no excuse. Like I said, if you can't find somebody like this, go in the grocery store and find what you can that's seasonal and start with that. Look, every little step helps. So as they say, you can't begin a 1,000-mile journey without first taking the first step.
And the biggest thing, like you said, get started.
Get started. Get started. And we suggest, unless you just gone home, we suggest you start with jelly because it's the easiest thing to do. And if I can link the jelly video in the description on this video, so you can see that if you like. But we suggest you start with jelly. But you don't have to. You start wherever you feel comfortable starting. You start where you feel comfortable starting. We just started with jelly because we were novice and we wanted to get our feet wet. But anyway,
and we've been running ever since.
Yeah, because it is addictive. It is addictive, especially when you see there's. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna cost you a little bit up front. Everything costs you a little bit up front.
But it's an investment in your life and in your health and the people that you care about.
Right. Because like I said, this equipment and stuff like that, I'm not going to say they were expensive. But if we had bought it all at one time, it would have been really expensive. But the fact that we bought a little bit at a time, it's not so... It doesn't hurt the pocket as much. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't hurt the pocket as much. So you do what you can with what you have. You do what you can with what you have. And if you can only start with a case of jars, you start with that. If you don't have a canner, that's fine. If you started with small jars, you don't have a canner, that's fine. Use a pot. And make sure it's a flat bottom pot. And put what little jars you have in there. Because canner, water bath canning, that is. Water bath canning, you can do that in a regular pot. You just want to make sure those jars are fit. And it's best to have a flat bottom pot when you do it in. But you can do that with what you already have. Okay? Invest, what? $10 in some jars. Invest another $5, maybe 10 in some sugar and sugar. If you have sugar, you don't even have to buy sugar. Well, you probably have to buy sugar because it costs for a lot of sugar. Some sugar and stuff like that. I said, then you have stuff that you can go ahead and start canning. Get your feet wet. You can start with what you have. Shower gel.
And it's so easy,
And it's
y'all.
so super easy.
Easy.
It's super easy. Now you will have to buy some Sure Gel or some ball pectin. So just so you know, you have to invest in that. But if you buy the ball pectin, you only have to use one. If you use the Sure Gel, you have to use two. Depending on where you buy it, you might get it at a good rate. Sometimes they have a special going on.
I keep telling y'all, clearance aisle.
Check the clearance.
Because the ball pectin that I have, I got it from the clearance aisle in Kroger.
Yeah.
Like I said, y'all, I'm gonna keep telling y'all till y'all get in your head.
Yeah.
Every time you go into a store, go look at what they got on the clearance aisle. Every store has a clearance aisle, not just grocery stores. Yeah. Walmart has clearance aisle.
Yeah, they do.
Just go and look and find where the clearance aisle, and just look and see what you can find.
And like I say, you can get started with what you have at home. Mm-hmm. But just get started. Get started. Just, do what little you can do, and you'd be surprised how that's going to add up for you. You'd be surprised. And not only will it add up for you, like I said, it might be a little bit of investment, but once you buy your canner, you don't have to buy another canner until that one wear out, unless you're doing so much that you just run through one. You don't have to worry about buying another can.
But take care of your canner and it'll last.
Now, we make sure that right after we can, we immediately wash them out.
And dry them.
And dry it. We don't let it sit around. We immediately wash ours out and dry it. So it will last longer, and we don't have to keep buying one. The roaster, again, you don't have to buy a roaster right now if you don't need one. But if you find one on sale at a good price, grab it if you can. If you can.
Because you could use a big stock pot instead of having a roaster. I got the roaster because I can put more in it. But, you don't have to.
You don't have to. Nothing on the scale that we're doing, you have to do it on that scale. Is the point we're making. Just like when you make the vanilla, pure vanilla stuff. Sandra made a big jar of pure vanilla. You don't have to make that big jar of pure vanilla. If you have the little 8-ounce canning jars, use it. Or if you have a jar that you recycle from something you had bought before, make sure it's
like an old pickling jar, something like that. Just make sure that it's clean, no rust or whatever.
Because you're not canning this.
Nope.
Because you're not canning this, you can reuse those jars.
And then the alcohol that you're putting in it, so
it's gonna sterilize it too. It's gonna sterilize it too. So like I said, use what you have. But anyway, we just want to bring this to you and let you see one of our new devices or our new toys. But like I said, it took us a minute to get together. I ain't gonna lie. It took us a minute. And I will see if we can find this, because she got it off of Amazon. I will see if we can find this.
I need to have stock in that company. I really do.
I'll see if we can find it on Amazon. And if we can find it on Amazon, I will link it in the description for you as well. Okay? So we do appreciate you. And as always, we ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Okay? And we'll see you on the next video.
Peace out, y'all.
Oh, by the way, hashtag leave a legacy.
Okay, yeah.
I told you I was saying it.